Just a beautiful afternoon for football, Coach. They say summer is the time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the Minnesota Vikings. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. This is taking near the 13. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
For the high, ready, bring it, check 31, hey, flip it,
They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell, and he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. From the 35 on 2nd down, Cousins. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
First down, here's Cousins. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
To try again after the sack. Cousins. Josh Doxson's got it complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 44-yard line.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now they'll try the sweep with Bell. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up 3rd down. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 31-yard line.
A gain of 15.
Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Defense, keep it up, guys. One twist. Hey, Ringo, 48.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
But that doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. But this is 3rd down. Now Cousins. And he's able to find Diggs. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Gun. Listen to me.
Cousins now. Toward the pylon, caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Stephon Diggs. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Bailey got the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Mariota now to throw on 1st down. They'll set up the screen with Davis. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 28 yards.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Mariota. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
80 weapons.
A first carry for Amir Abdullah. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. And there to make the tackle, Khalil Mack. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Watch the screen.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Let's go. You got motion man. You got motion man right there. Mike's 50. One. 54.
To throw Mariota. Looking deep for Gabriel. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Chicago. Taylor Gabriel, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And it's 3rd down.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Throwing, Cousins. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And they work this well upfield across the 45. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. Cousins now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's 1st down. Now Bell. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. The former Giant, Prince Amukamara, on the stop.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And a look at Bell, who remains down after that play. Appears to have gotten shaken up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Now Cousins. The left side caught by Diggs. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Vikings 1st down. Diggs able to find his way free and get the catch from Cousins. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing is Cousins. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers getting together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. The inside linebacker, Danny Trevathan, gets the sack.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. 3rd and long for Cousins. And he's going to go down again. Khalil Mack make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
But that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Keep playing hard.
They'll run on 1st down. Grant. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the 44, Mariota to Gabriel, middle of the field. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
Hey, watch this, watch this. 66. Bullet high. Switch gears. One. Slam. Bravo. I can't believe it.
From the gun, Mariota. Caught right side, Davis. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. This is Grant. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 39-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd down, it's Grant. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress. Touchdown, Chicago! Taylor Gabriel, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
This time, the extra point up and good. And that'll make this a 6-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. A first down throw for Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings. Cousins. And Rudolph has it left side. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Cousins going to come up on a 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They'll throw again. Cousins. Past the 20. He gets it left side to Johnson. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Cousins now 14 out of 17, 82%, and it's 1st and 10.
Gun. 58, boy, 58, 58, Mike.
From the red zone now, Cousins. And Diggs has it. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Completes it right side to Doxson. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Cousins again. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs in the final seconds of the first half. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fairly short kick taken at the 14 here. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fairly short kick taken at the 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors.
Oh, Davis lost it. It's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mariota eluding the pressure right. Room here to run. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man. And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Echo. I got you. I got you.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
They come out here in the eye. So now then the penalty's got them set up with a 1st and goal. Following the penalty, Abdullah. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Amir Abdullah, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Bailey got the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
To throw again on second down, Mariota. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 24-yard line. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 24. Here's Grant. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Steps away to his left. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Adam Shaheen, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So we race the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A gain of 6 there on first. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Abdullah running right. Kevin Byard up to make the tackle.
Definitely too early to panic, but that is his 4th carry of the game, and collectively has in total 10 yards. So maybe there's no panic, but maybe some concern.
Yeah, and maybe a little concern up front because they're not giving him any space right now. Cousins on 3rd and 2. This to C.J. Ham, the fullback. And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
It's a gain of 6.
They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. On first down, Abdullah. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
First down, Minnesota.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Abdullah. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Again, it's Abdullah. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 2 yards, good enough for a first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back now at Soldier Field. It's been a good one so far, just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Cousins to throw it, and he'll find Thielen on the right side. A gain of 6 there on first.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Throwing again on second down. Cousins. He'll find Thielen working the middle. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 15-yard line. Quite the turnaround from a week ago where he threw 4 interceptions. He hasn't had an interception this game, and he told us during the week, my goal, goose egg. He's achieving that so far.
And what we're seeing is a guy that you can win with, all right? Because anyone who can make that type of an adjustment to shake off a really horrendous week the week before and come back and play mistake-free football to this point, yeah, that's a guy I want to play with, that's for sure. It's a little bit different size than they're used to seeing in Chicago, playing the middle linebacker position. But undersized or not, his speed is absolutely overwhelming. And when he arrives with a thump. The city of broad shoulders loves Roquan Smith.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Mike 58, right there. Hey, Ken. 58, Mike.
Gun.
You.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Olabisi Johnson with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
I'm here all day.
Mariota on first down. Buying time to his left. And he slides to avoid the hit. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
We own them. Watch. One.
On second down now. It's Grant, and he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
At the 40-yard line.
Right. 54, Mike. Watch the screen. Three.
Mariota now. Forced out to his left. And some room to work. Mariota had an 87-yard run as a rookie. This one a bit less, but it is a first down. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They will run with Grant. He's got the first down here inside the 30. Touchdown, Chicago! Corey Grant, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And this is off the crossbar, but it makes it over anyway.
Bears 26.
So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. This is taken near the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right. But the problem for them is still within a possession. So they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
He's checking. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
They go with Abdullah again. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He'll give up 6 yards there on the loss, and it'll bring up 4th down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mariota. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one, because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
He's back to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had, because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That could finish things off for them.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Alpha. Get the ball.
Mariota to throw for it on 4th. Finding Gabriel complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it.
And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Now the offense not going anywhere. They're staying out there. They've converted once already on this drive. Here they go again on 4th down.
Right there.
Now Mariota on 4th down. And Robinson with a big catch. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
Mariota to throw. Flush. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12.
Mike's 4-2. Mike's 4-2.
He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
First down and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So they'll quickly now signal for the timeout. And it's definitely not looking good, but at least they'll have one final play to hope for that miracle and get them in the end zone. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very...
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog. This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People want to know where Mace, Poss, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rocking over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter rock. Turn it up, we giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Gentlemen. When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk. in the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate